Welcome to Out There, the podcast where we explore the unknown and uncover the profound. I'm Allison, your host, and today we're diving into a report that could redefine everything we think we know about our place in the universe. It's called Immaculate Constellation, a multi-year investigation that delves into unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, technologies of unknown origin, and even the possibility of non-human intelligence. This document challenges not only our scientific understanding, but also our societal readiness for such revelations. Today, we'll discuss its implications, unpack its key findings, and debate what it all means for humanity.
Thanks, Allison. This report is unlike anything we've seen before. It compiles classified data from within the U.S. government, imagery intelligence, signals analysis, and direct testimony from whistleblowers. What stands out to me is the sheer breadth of the investigation. It doesn't just address sightings or isolated incidents. Instead, it outlines an overarching program, Immaculate Constellation, which serves as a nexus for studying UAPs. We're talking about advanced data collection platforms spanning low Earth orbit satellites, military aircraft, and maritime sensors. These systems have captured behaviors that challenge our understanding of physics: instantaneous acceleration, transmedium travel, and advanced cloaking techniques. What makes it all the more unsettling is the secrecy surrounding this program, even from Congress.
And that's the part that gets me, Kevin. Why the secrecy? We're not just talking about keeping the public in the dark, but even Congress, our own elected officials, have been stonewalled. The report explicitly calls out the U.S. executive branch for managing these phenomena without lawful oversight, possibly for decades. That's a criminal conspiracy on a global scale. And let's not forget the sightings themselves. Metallic orbs, tic-tac shaped crafts, boomerangs, they're not just showing up randomly, they're appearing near military installations, nuclear facilities, and sensitive coastal zones. It's like they're studying us, testing us, or maybe even sending a message. The question is, who or what are they?
That's a critical question, Tony. The report doesn't shy away from suggesting possibilities. On one hand, these phenomena could represent foreign adversaries who've achieved technological breakthroughs we can't fathom. On the other hand, we're faced with the possibility of non-human intelligence, entities operating at a level far beyond human capabilities. What's fascinating is the detailed descriptions of these encounters. Kevin, can you elaborate on some of the most striking cases from the report?
Absolutely. The report provides several jaw-dropping examples. One that stands out is the CENTCOM case of metallic orbs flying in a cuboid formation over the ocean. These orbs, each 3 to 6 meters in diameter, exhibited heat signatures and atmospheric distortions visible only through advanced infrared sensors. After maintaining a precise formation, they abruptly dispersed, ascending and accelerating in ways no known aircraft could replicate. Then there's the equilateral triangle craft observed near Indo-Pacom vessels. This craft hovered just above the water, displaying rotating lights and suddenly vanishing without a trace. Another instance involved a saucer-shaped UAP using clouds for concealment, exhibiting evasive behavior as if it was aware of being tracked. These aren't random anomalies. They suggest deliberate, intelligent operation. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right, and let's talk about that intelligence. If these are advanced technologies from a foreign power, we're in trouble. But if they're not human, well, then we're in uncharted territory. Take the tic-tac craft, for example. These things are described as having no visible propulsion, no exhaust, and no sonic boom, despite moving at hypersonic speeds. Pilots who've engaged with them report feeling like they're being outmaneuvered not by machines, but by something with intent. And then there's the psychological aspect. Witnesses often describe feelings of dread, time distortion, or even shared awareness with these objects. That's not just technology. That's something more profound, maybe even existential.
It's existential in every sense of the word, Tony. The report even touches on the philosophical implications. If these phenomena are evidence of non-human intelligence, then humanity is no longer the apex of intellectual development. We become part of a larger cosmic ecosystem, and that realization could be as liberating as it is unsettling. Kevin, the report also dives into the scientific side, particularly the technologies involved. Can you explain some of the methods used to study these phenomena?
Sure, Allison. The U.S. government employs a range of advanced tools to study UAPs. Imagery Intelligence, or IMINT, captures high-resolution visuals across multiple wavelengths, including infrared and thermal imaging. This allows analysts to observe subtle atmospheric effects or heat signatures that the human eye can't detect. Then there's Measurement and Signature Intelligence, or MASINT, which tracks electromagnetic anomalies, gravitational shifts, and even acoustic signatures. These methods provide data with a verifiable chain of custody, ensuring its integrity. For example, the report mentions cases where MASINT detected electromagnetic pulses near UAPs, suggesting energy outputs beyond anything our current systems can generate. These observations aren't just scientific curiosities. They're data points that could redefine our understanding of energy, propulsion, and even space-time itself.
And yet, despite all this high-tech wizardry, we're still left with more questions than answers. Are these visitors, explorers, or something else entirely? And why the secrecy? If the public knew, would we panic? Would we adapt? Or would we just meme it to death on social media? Personally, I think the truth is stranger and probably scarier than we're ready to admit.
That secrecy might be the most unsettling part. The report accuses elements within the U.S. government of actively suppressing this information, not just from the public, but even from Congress. It describes a pattern of obfuscation, denial, and compartmentalization that spans decades. If true, it raises profound ethical questions about governance, transparency, and who gets to decide what we can handle. Kevin, what's your take on the report's conclusion, which advocates for full disclosure despite the risks?
I think the conclusion is both brave and necessary. The report argues that humanity is capable of facing these truths, and that disclosure could catalyze advancements in science, philosophy, and even spirituality. But it also warns against the authoritarian impulse to control this narrative through secrecy. Transparency, it says, is not just a moral obligation, but a strategic necessity. If these phenomena represent an existential challenge, then the only way to address it is collectively, as a global community. That's a profound shift in perspective, one that forces us to confront not just the phenomena themselves, but also who we are as a species.
Well, my takeaway is simple. Keep looking up and keep asking questions. Whether it's aliens, advanced drones, or something we can't even imagine yet, the truth is out there, and it's probably weirder than we think. Oh, and maybe invest in a good camera. You never know when you'll get your own close encounter.
Thank you, Kevin and Tony, and thank you to our listeners for joining us on this journey into the unknown. This has been AlienLife.net's Out There, where we explore the mysteries that shape our understanding of the universe. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and above all, keep looking up.